So we did the 6 punctuation marks, and the last one was what? Quotation marks or inverted commas. Now come towards the 7th punctuation mark, that is colon. The 7th punctuation mark, that is colon. Where do we use this colon? We use this colon to introduce a list, explanation, or a quote. So for this we use what? For this we use the 7th punctuation mark, जो कि क्या है? जो कि है आपका colon. For example, if I say that the ingredients required colon. The ingredients required colon. Now the ingredients are, let's suppose, milk, sugar and cream. So in this way we use the 7th punctuation mark, that is colon. Now come towards the 7th one, the 8th one. The 8th punctuation mark, that is half of that colon, that we call it semicolon. क्या कहेंगे हम इसको? आधा कहेंगे भाई, colon को आधा करेंगे. So we call that what? That is called semicolon. That is called semicolon. The 8th punctuation mark, semicolon. Okay, semicolon. Where do we use this semicolon? Where do we use this semicolon? कहाँ use करेंगे? Listen. First, in the first way, we use this to link to related, independent clauses. Got it? For example, this is the first way to use semicolon. For example, she went to school, semicolon, she forgot her bag. ऐसा भी होता है भाई. She went to school, she forgot her bag. So in this way we use semicolon. What is the second way to use? The second way is to separate items from a complex list. Okay, a complex list. To separate items from a complex list. To separate items from a complex list. Got it? समझते हो कि नहीं? List. For example, I'll bring pencils, pens and papers, then semicolon. I'll bring pencil, pens and papers, semicolon, markers and chalks. So in this way we use what? We use semicolon. So this is the second way. Okay, so this was the 8th punctuation mark, semicolon. Now come towards the 9th one. The 9th one is your dash. Okay, like I have a dashing personality. So the 9th one is a dash. Where do we use this dash? This dash is used to indicate a break in a thought. Okay, or we use this for range, or we use this to show emphasis. Let's suppose for first one, the first use, that is for range. We use it for range. Like your class timing is from 5 to 6. Your class timing is from 5 to 6. So this is the range. Like for example, I say that the class timing is from 5 to 6. So this is the first way we use this dash. What is the second way? The second way we use this dash is what? is to break, to indicate a break in a thought. Okay, you are speaking and you have a break, so for that we use what? Okay, for short period of time you stop, for a very short period of time you stop. For that we use dash, that is to indicate a break in a thought. Okay, you think what to say, okay, you are confused, so for that we use what? For that we use this dash. Let's suppose, let me make an example for you. Okay, she said I'm not sure. Now for what she is not sure? Okay, she used dash. I'm not sure, I'll think about it. So in this way we use this punctuation mark that is called dash. Okay, so the first use was for range, the second one is to indicate a break in a thought. Okay, to indicate a break in a thought. And what about the third use? The third use, it can also be used where it can also be used, okay, for the range, okay, to show emphasis, to show emphasis. Got it? Okay, let me make a khandani sentence for you. Okay, a khandani sentence, that would be what? It's undeniable that dash. Okay, punctuation mark dash. It's undeniable I'm the great teacher. खानदानी सेंटेंस हुआ कि नहीं, समझते हो? So I'm the great teacher. It's undeniable I'm the great teacher. Okay, this shows what? Emphasis. So the 10th punctuation mark is hyphen. But don't be confused between hyphen and dash. Hyphen is comparatively shorter in length than dash. Okay, and this dash could be and dash when its length is comparatively smaller, and it could be m dash when its length is comparatively bigger. Got it? So hyphen is shorter in length as compared to dash. Where do we use this hyphen? Hyphen is used, number first use, okay, to join words together, to form a compound word. Let's suppose he is a well-known teacher. Okay, well, then hyphen, and known teacher. Okay, a well-known teacher. Or it can be used for the connection of prefixes to root words. Got it? Let's suppose preschool. So in this way we use the 10th punctuation mark, that is hyphen. Now come towards the 11th punctuation mark, that is your parenthesis. Or it can also be called round brackets in British language. So this is the 11th punctuation marks. Where do we use this? To add additional information, add additional explanation which is not required, which is not the part of the main sentence. Got it? Let's suppose, okay, let me write it first. To add additional information or explanation. Okay, you can also call explanation as well. So let me write an example for you. The doctor who is very kind. Now this is not needed. Who is very kind. This is external information. Okay, who is very kind treated me. So in this way we use this, the 11th punctuation mark, that is your parenthesis. Now come towards the last one, that is the 12th one. Okay, and that 12th one is your ellipsis. Okay, so first copy this, isko jaldi navishta kare, shabash. Now come to the last one, that is ellipsis. Okay, the 8 dot. Okay, this is the 12th punctuation, the last punctuation mark, dot or ellipsis. Got it? Where do we use this dot or ellipsis? We use this, first use, we use this to show pause in a speech. Okay, let's suppose for example, I don't know, I'll talk to her. Okay, I'll talk to her. Got it? I don't know and a pause, I'll talk to her. In the same way, we can use when something has been left out. Okay, when we omit something. When something has been left out, omitted. If I say that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Now instead of saying this sentence, this complex sentence, let omit some part. Okay, left out some part. Okay, instead of saying that, I will say that education is the most powerful weapon. Now use this punctuation mark, that is ellipsis. Okay, to change the world. Now I have left out what was my first sentence? That was education is the most powerful weapon which you can use. I left out the word which you can use. Okay, so instead of that I use what? That punctuation mark, that is ellipsis. So this is the end of the 12 punctuation marks. We have done this until here. If you have any question, कोई भी question है बच्चों, तो question पूछना क्या है? सवाल.